approach Southwest 1506, 13,000 whiskey. Descending via the Nix 3 landing south, we have whiskey and we're doing 290 till Nix and then published.
South of 3599, Denver approach, expect you on M Zulu, runway 17 right, Denver altimeter 2983, maintain 300 knots until advised.
Okay, we'll maintain 30 knots until advised, 2983, 17 right, RNAV.
South of 3599, cautionary turbines to about 10 to 12 miles in trail of a heavy Boeing 787, they're also going 300 knots.
2606, if you could read it back to the tape for me, clear visual approach.
Clear visual approach, 16389, 2606.
Thanks, United 2408, maintain 17 turn us to Jetson, over Jetson, Denver Towers 135.3 ACS.
178 is Jetson at Jetson 135.3, United 24 direct, good day.
Yeah. Southwest 1506, please send a maintain 8,000.
8,000, Southwest 1506.
1313 Denver approach, hello, runway 16 left.
Right.
Guys, 3110 Denver approach, thanks, runway 16 left, maintain 250 knots till advised.
United 1029.
Approach now it's 5149, vacate flight level 260, descend via the Nix, landing south, we have whiskey.
Sky 5149, Denver approach, expect the visual approach, runway 17 right, Denver altimeter 2983, reduce speed now to 250, then comply with published speeds, it's okay for high.
And we'll slow to 250 knots now, Skywest 5149.
35-3 there, 2606, good morning.
Now then comply with published speeds, Skywest 5149.
Westbound off Denver, regional jet will stop away at 10.
Looking United 1029.
Southwest 1506, turn 10 degrees right, just want to maintain 7,000.
10 right down to 7,000, Southwest 1506.
Maintain 13,000.
Maintain 13,000, Sky 5175.
Ashton 46, fly heading 110, just going to maintain 10,000.
Heading 110 down to 10,000, Sky 46.
8,000, good rate, please.
Good rate down to 8,000, airports in sight, United 1029.
So I'll have a couple more turns for you. You're going to follow southwest at 1 o'clock, about 6.5 miles ahead at 9.
Roger, United 1029.
Thanks, Southwest 1506, heading 080.
Heading 080, Southwest 1506, we have traffic approaching Jetson in sight.
Thank you. You'll plan to follow them. You can reduce speed to 190.
Phone 190, Southwest 1506.
Recheck is correct. Thanks.
Thanks.
For you around Yola for traffic.
At Southwest 1176.
Skywest 5035, contact approach 123.85.
12385, Skywest 5035. Denver approach, Skywest 5035, 13,000.
Skywest 5035, Denver approach. Good morning. Runway 16 right, plan of visual.
16 right, Skywest 5035, good morning.
2007, 2000, we have whiskey.
6776, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 2983, descend and maintain 14,000, expect the visual approach on the 16 right.
Alright, down to 14,000, expect 16 right, boutique 776.
6776, cleared direct to Denver VOR.
Clear direct to Denver VOR, boutique 776.
61.
American 1313, descend and maintain 10,000, turn left heading 250.
10,000, headed 250, American 1313.
Oh, Yola.
Southwest 1176.
Maintain 9,000, we'll coast Skywest 5035.
United 1029, heading 080.
Heading 080, United 1029.
Southwest 1506, maintain 170 knots for greater to Jetson. Over Jetson, connect Denver Tower 135.3. Have a nice day.
170 or better till Jetson, Tower 35-3 there. Have a great Monday, Southwest 1506.
Thanks. 9,000. Quick visual approach, 21.6 left.
Kurt at above 9,000, cruise visual 16 left, 646.
5776, actually, I'm going to take you across the top of the airport for 17 right, approach.
1029, advise the airport, 2 o'clock and 13 miles.
Airport in sight, United 1029.
United 1029, thanks. Heading 145 to join, cleared, visual approach, runway 16 right.
Heading 145 to join, cleared for the visual, 16 right, United 1029.
United 1761, contact tower, 133.3.
333, United 1761, good day.
Expect that Southwest 519, thanks.
Denver approach Coast 5106 248, sending E3 landing south. Okay, 5106, Denver approach, expect the visual approach on 16 right, Denver altimeter 29083, maintain flight level 190. Maintain 190, expect 16 right, Coast 5106. Got a 1515 heavy, reduce to 250, comply with published speeds.
And comply with the published speeds, United 1515.
United 1515 heavy, contact approach 120.8, see ya.
120.8, United 1515, so long.
5035, turn 10 degrees right, descend and maintain 7,000.
10 degrees right, descend and maintain 7,000 Scowers, 5035.
United 1029, connect Denver Tower, 135.3, have a nice day.
Over to Tower, United 1029, have a great day.
My 16 left.
200 and a couple of 016 left.
Guys, 5486, maintain 170 knots for greater to lead.
170, better tell me, yes, 46.
American 1313, turn left heading 200, intercept the localizer, runway 16 left.
200 head, intercept 16 left localizer, maintain 1313.
New approach United 1515 is 13,700, descending via the next 3.
United 1515, Denver approach at Quickie, cleared on Nav Zulu, runway 17 right.
Okay, at Quickie, cleared RNAV Zulu 17 right, United 1515.
Approach guys, 5175, 15,000, descending 11,000, direct show, Boston left.
Guys, 3175, Denver approach low, runway 16 left, fly heading 260, descend and maintain 12,000.
Heading 260 and altitude to 12,000.
American 1313, the airport's 11 o'clock and 17 miles.
Right.
American 1313, cross Kurt at or above 9,000, clear visual approach, runway 16 left.
Kurt, at or above 9,000, clear for the visual, 16 left, and then 1313.
Got it, 5486, contact Denver Tower now, 135.3.
Port Tower, Gus 646, good day.
Maintain 13,000, Epic at or below 15,000, Southwest 1176. Yeah, 1826, next controller, hub lower for your reference and traffic.
Approach guys, 5962, level 210, descending via the C3 landing south, we have with you.
Scott 962, Denver approach, expect the visual approach, 16 right, Denver altimeter 983.
16 right, 5962.
Scott 963, are you descending via or the level 2 off at level 210?
Oh no, we're descending via 5962.
Scott 962, thank you, descend via, except maintain flight level 190 for traffic.
We'll descend via, except maintain 190, 5962.
United 1826, contact approach 123.85.
2385, 1826.
Southwest 3599, contact approach 120.8.
120.8, Southwest 3599, good day.
1826, Denver approach, good morning, runway 16 right.
16 right, 1826. 99.142, descending via the next 3, landing south.
American 1313, maintain 170 knots to lead.
170 to lead, American 1313.
Southwest 3599, Denver approach low at Quickie, cleared on Nav Zulu, runway 17 right approach.
Cleared RNAV Zulu 17 right, Southwest 3599, thank you.
Skywest 5110, reduce speed now to 170, maintain knots to lead.
170 to lead, Skywest 5110.
Southwest 3599, approximate turbulence, you're 8 and trail to have you Boeing 787.
Southwest 3599.
Gus 5896, 15,000, descending via Clash 4.
Maintain 10,000.
Descend 10,000, 2 integrators, Scott 5175.
Skywest 5896, 14.7, descending via Clash 4.
Gus 5896, Denver approach low at Quickie, cleared on Nav Zulu, runway 17 right approach.
Quickie, cleared RNAV Zulu 17 right, Gus 5896.
I will set display brightness. speed for 1826.
1826, 210 or better side, thanks.
210 better, thanks.
Hello, Cap. My name is Linda. I am your first officer today.
Southwest 3599, reduce speed to 210.
Go to 210, Southwest 3599.
The 1826, good rate down for me. Descend and maintain 8,000, turn 10 degrees right.
10 right, down 8,000, good rate, United 1826.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Skywest 5110, contact tower 135.3. Contact tower, Skywest 5110.
Skywest 5106.
Land for 17 right, we have whiskey.
Skywest 5149, Denver approach, thanks. United 1515 heavy, maintain 170 knots or greater to Jewel.
170 or greater to Jewel, United
15. Gas 3149, company said light to moderate south beginning at 13,000, there's 6 in front of you.
Guys, 149, Ivan.
Southwest 1176, leveling 13,000.
Southwest 1176, Denver approach. Good morning, plan runway 16 right, visual approach.
Plan for the visual, Southwest 1176.
United 1826, you can continue the descent, maintain 7,000. Out of the turn, advise the airport right-hand side and 13 miles.
Airport sight, down to 7,000, 1826.
United 1826, thank you. Heading 145 to join, clear visual approach 16 right.
145 to join, cleared visual approach 16 right, 1826.
Whiskey, we're looking for the new ATIS.
United 1872, Denver approach, Denver altimeter is 2983.
Hey everyone. Doing a little Legion Ops today out of Las Vegas. Figure why not. Haven't flown the A321 in a while. Alright, this is our co-pilot. So we're going to have her get things rolling for us.
Cockpit preparation procedure.
While we do the flight planning and such.
Engine 1 master, off.
So she'll get that stuff prepped and
Engine 2 master,
we'll go ahead
off.
and brief and get
landing gear lever
fuel
down
stuff.
position.
So we're doing a Legion
Left wiper
virtual.
selector off. Right wiper selector off.
Going from Vegas to Phoenix, A321, Legion 383, 185
auto.
passengers, 1.2 solid
Battery
kilograms,
2,
270, Wrestler 3 departure,
external
Zane
power
transition,
on.
Bruiser 1 arrival. Going from, where are we at? Vegas to Phoenix. It's like we're gonna have a crosswind at these upper levels and some rain. Just out here over the Kingman VOR. Roger Dodger, 6.1. .972. Information Lima is current, and we are going to plan 19er left for departure. Phoenix is landing 8.
APU start on.
Nice there. So we'll get the flight plan on file. Do CPDLC. Legion 383, 321 Slight Lima, Vegas, Phoenix 270. Don't need that.
The AccuPress indication must be in the green band.
Flight plans on file.
AccuPress indicator checked. Flaps retracted. Speed brake retracted
left.
and disarmed.
So it's gusting 20. Slight crosswind, not
Probe
too bad.
window heat. Auto.
Runway 8.
APU bleed on.
Right crosswind, low winds. Probably do ILS since it's. We could do visual, but it's alright.
Hydraulic quantity checked.
Winds are picking up at Vegas.
Engine oil quantity checked.
Convection.
Preliminary cockpit preparation completed.
There's some icing apparently. Yeah, so where's that icing at? Is that like 9,000? 12? No, 18,000. 21,000. So I'm going to make a note to look out for icing at flight level 210. Ice, flight level 210 for our arrival into Phoenix. Clouds are okay. There we are. And this is why I have PilotEdge, because oh, that's funny. Could have actually had VATSIM control if we were to fly on VATSIM, but I'm not a VATSIM guy during the day typically. Besides, you would lose ATC as soon as you would enter the Albuquerque Central area. So this is only the approach, so you would be no radar services between here and here. So that's the main reason, because none of this, there's no ATC for the entire country, except for PilotEdge has guaranteed ATC. So that's the benefit of PilotEdge. Just figured I'd throw that out there real quick. And all that is done. Now we'll come back over to the sim.
Cockpit preparation procedure.
7 Lima Yankee, how's the MD-11? Hey man, I haven't gotten it yet. I have not gotten it. I have read hundreds of comments about how messed up it is. And you know, the LNAV and VNAV doesn't work, and it loses altitude at cruise, almost like it's getting icing. It doesn't have, I don't know why you would get icing at 35,000 feet, but anyway, there's just so much complaints about it. They don't even have ground radar on it. I mean, it's an $85 airplane and like nothing works apparently.
Battery charge checked.
Although you can't tell a lot of the comments because the moderators on the org has deleted like 3 threads of comments that were, you know, anything to do derogatory on their airplane. So they're trying to like control the media, so to speak. Apparently it's a dictatorship. So yeah, I'm not spending $85 on that. I was really looking forward to that airplane too. For 5 years, it's been in development.
Engine 2 master.
But
Off.
I'm still watching the forums, so as soon as they start
Flaps
releasing
retracted.
patches, I'll probably
Speed
wait
brake
till like the
retracted and
second
disarmed.
patch, depending upon how long it is, or maybe even the first patch, if it gets good reviews, and if I can get a good
Cockpit preparation
video.
completed.
I mean, even Q8's, you know, video of it, he had to crash the desktop, so there's some definitely issues with that airplane. I don't feel like wasting my money on it, but hopefully I'll be able to start learning that soon, because I am looking forward to it, just not in the condition that it's in right now, that's for dang sure. Buyer beware. I always research before I buy. I've been seeing the LNAV swing left and right on some streams. Yeah, that's one of the main complaints. And then other complaints is as soon as it reaches a waypoint, it will turn, like do a U-turn, and then they have to do like a direct 2, like before that intersection they'll do heading mode, and then they'll go to direct 2 back to nav, and then it'll continue on its proper course. So it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, what kind of beta did they have on that? Like, how was this not known? But yeah, I'm not going to spend almost $100 for LNAV that sways left and right. That's kind of crazy to me. Disappointing for sure. Definitely disappointing. That was a good flight yesterday though, man. I enjoyed that. That was fun. I'm actually thinking about live streaming that same thing, just flying it by myself, using that plane I was messing around with, and I've since done some research on that Outback, and I was using the wrong one. I was using the prototype one. I should have been using the latest version of it, which I didn't see in the airplanes, but let me see, altitude 2181. So yeah, I'll probably do a live stream of that later this week. That might be my random stream, either later this week or next week. It won't be a group flight. I'll just live stream it, because I think my mother wanted to see that flight, but it was just too much going on. I was too tired to try to stream and set up everything yesterday, so I didn't bother. Alright, we're going with here are the chalks. And we're gonna load her up. I think it's 1,200. And we're doing 185. So that's 67.5 and 26.7. And our fuel is 6.1. We'll load those up. CG is good. APUs are already running. She's already done all that. So we'll go ahead and switch over to APU. We'll remove the ground power unit. We're more than 168 passengers, so we'll turn off the econo flow for air conditioning. And let's see, 132.4. It's ATIS.
Gust 3-1. Visibility 10. 15,000 scattered. Temperature 24. Dew point -8. Altimeter 2969er. Arriving runways 19er left, 19er right, 26 left. Departing runways 19er left, 19er right, 26 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures. Contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. Harry Reid International Airport. ATIS information, Mike. 1756 Zulu. Wind 170 at 13. Gust 3-1. Visibility 10. 15,000
Gust
scattered.
into 3-1.
Temperature 24.
Holy cow.
Dew point -8. Altimeter 2969er. Arriving runways 19er left. 1.
Let me see, ground. It's probably, what is ground? Ground east, 121.1. Using my SATEC. And tower is 1875. .1. Get out my web FMC. My iPad here. We are at Alpha 5, so I'm going to look at this on my laptop. We're right there, I think. So it's 3651, 1591, as long as we're close to that. So we'll do data. GPS, so 3651. Let me pop that back up on my laptop. .3651 and 1591. So all that is a match. So we need to go to it. And we are at Vegas. And we're going to Phoenix. And that's 3649. So 3651 is what we need. 3651. And 1591. 3651. 1591. 1591. So align IRS. We'll put in our ID. Cost index 100. And what is the tropa today? I pull up my task manager. I'm using Sim Toolkit Pro, but I'm not having it connected. I'm hoping by not having it connected, it will not make my CPU go crazy. So I'm monitoring my CPU real quick. I'm going to hit fly now and see what that does. As long as I don't connect to the computer, it should be, connect to the sim, it should be alright. It's like it's holding at 1, 2, 3, 4, about 45.
Short runway 15.
729 Golf Sierra, Burbank Tower, runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 15, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
Alright, it's surged the processor, but let's see if it goes back down to 45. It's having a lot of spikes, so I'm just gonna close it out. This is ridiculous. Exit out of that. And now my processor, just by closing it, dropped back down to 35% utilization. Man, that program is a mess. Alright, so I'll just look on my laptop. Maybe one day they'll get it fixed. So Tropa is 502.
Number 729 Golf Sierra, contact departure.
Over to departure, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
502. But that's why I have this new overlay, which I'm going to be messing with that again when we get to cruise. I've figured out how to change some of the size of the numbers and such. So.
SoCal departure, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra, 2400 for 4000.
All right.
739 Golf Sierra, SoCal departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb and maintain 13,000, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
Log into CBDLC. AAY 383. Send. In about 30 seconds, we'll hear a beep.
Golf Sierra, turn right heading 350.
And then I'll switch scenes. That way you guys can see the...
Turn right heading 350, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
November 9 Golf Sierra, I think I said that. Confirm right heading 350.
I should get this ATC
Turn right,
message.
heading 350, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
I could probably pull this window into a stream source. I may do that. That way I don't have to change scenes, but it's not a big deal. Alright, clear to Phoenix. Wrestler 3, Zany, as filed. Climb via. Expect 270 and 10. Departure 133.905, which I have wrote down already. Squawk. We'll accept 6446. Six 446 previous 133 Wrestler Zane's, making sure because I have to close this out so I can use my weather program again. Alright, now that that is closed out, I will reset, reload, not reload, reconnect the weather. Don't need those.
Number 739 Golf Sierra, clear direct Lang, resume the departure.
Alright, so now...
Clear direct to Lang. That didn't get the second part about departure. Diamond 739 Golf Sierra. Number 9 Golf Sierra, resume the departure at Lang.
Temperature is 33. Flight plan, departure 19 left.
Resume departure at Lang, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
And let me see here. The Wrestler. Alphabetical order. Rat's Rider. There's Wrestler. Little Wrestler. Zany. Insert. Insert. And then at Phoenix, click Phoenix Arrival, ILS 8. Bruiser 1. There's actually no VIA because I think we automatically connect through. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm not gonna worry about. Actually, let me make sure that is correct. Is it Jamel? Yeah, it's Jamel. So there's no. So no VIA, and we're doing from Watro. So temp. Clear. Zany, Watro, insert. Roger, Dodger. Wind, request, next. In at page 2, which is the right arrow. And I wrote this down, 67.5. 26.7. Block fuel 6.1. It's 55 minutes, an hour. Just changed to an hour extra, so that's perfect. You want at least 45 minutes.
Contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
So we're gonna go perf 2670. It's 500 AGL for climb, 1000 for engine out. Do 200 pre-select. Decision height is 300 radar. Just decision height. MDA is for like RNAV approaches. Then program will do Vegas. 26 left if we need to come back. And second flight plan.
November 739 Golf Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 125.27.
Set that up in case we need it.
Los Angeles Center 125.27, Diamond 739 Golf Sierra.
Alright, so V speed's 138. For V1, 138. Rotate 141. For V2, we're going to flex 36. Pop that in there. And packs can be on, so we'll just, I don't know, I'll probably turn them off. just for fun. But all that is in there, so we'll go back to init, page 2, and that's the screen you want it on for engine start typically. Alright, flight plan is entered. Autopilot, let's climb via. So, to climb via, doing the Wrestler 3. Where are we at? We're going in this way. So we gotta be below 7,000, above 8,000, above 10, above 13, and then on the Zane transition, turbojet only. Apparently we need to keep track of these climb, but I'm not worried about it with a airliner, especially since the main thing is we have to meet these altitude restrictions. As long as I make these, we'll be within this takeoff minimums. Top altitude, flight level 190.
Are you picking up icing? Do you need to descend or stay level at 9? November 739 Golf Sierra, maintain 9,000.
Set for flight level 190.
2 Sierra, Quebec, Santa Monica ground. Clear to Riverside Airport, fly runway heading until reaching Los Angeles 315 radial, then turn right heading 250 with no delay. Vectors for the Santa Monica VOR, on the Santa Monica Papa 9 tech route. Maintain 3,000, expect 5,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.2. Squawk 3417.
Device during flight now is a good time to make sure those devices are set to airplane mode. So before the aircraft can move, everyone must be seated with their seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in their upright and locked position. Your carry-on items stored and all armors
heading until passing the LAX 315 radial, then an immediate right turn 250, expect radar vectors to Seal Beach. And then the Santa Monica Papa. Sorry, something just dropped here in the cockpit. Then the Santa Monica Papa 9er tech route, initially 3,000, 5,000. 25.2 is the departure frequency, 3417 is squawk 926 to Chicago.
And ladies and gentlemen, so we're ready to close the main cabin door. All guests must be seated in seatbelts securely fastened, tray tables put away, and cabin items securely stowed. Also, lavatories will be locked for takeoff and landing. This is for safety reasons. Thank you and welcome on board Flight 47A, non-stop service to Chicago. Here.
What am I looking for? Sam.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit, toes driving up.
Before start checklist.
Flight attendants, please operate for departure, cross check and all.
Cockpit preparation. Let me check. Completed. Gear pins and covers. Signs. Aders. Fuel.
Okay. All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to
Takeoff
connect.
data. Set. Barrel. QNH2971. Before start checklist down to the line completed. Before start below the line. Windows and doors. Closed. Begin. I just set on. Thrust levers. Parking brake. On. Transponder.
No connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the park brake.
Auto. Before start checklist below the line completed.
The main cabin door has been closed. All guests must remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened. Thank you.
Walker 390, friction Walker 1441, sorry, cross goal at flight level 250.
Uh, 6446.
Starting pushback, go ahead and start the engines.
Engine start procedure.
Santa Monica ground 2926.
Number 262 Sierra, go back runway
Starting
21,
engine 2.
Alpha.
1B Alpha.
Coffee time.
The use of electronic devices and direct your attention to the flight attendants in the aisle as we go over the safety features of this A321 aircraft. There are safety information cards in the seat backs in front of you that illustrate the safety equipment on this aircraft. You may use the card to follow along. Further regulations regarding compliance with this information as also crew members' instructions, lighting information signs and posted placards. Your seatbelt should be worn low and down across your hips. To fasten your seatbelt, into the middle, tip into the buckle until it clicks. Tighten and pull on the loose end of the belt, and to open your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. For your safety and the safety of those around you, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. There are
Starting
emergency
engine
exits
1.
located in the front, mid cabin, and back of the aircraft. All exits are clearly marked exit signs, direction for opening, and are equipped with evacuation slides. Overhead signs and apply lighting lead to all exits. Slides at the front and back exit doors can be detached and use as straps. Please take a moment to locate the exit nearest to you, keeping in mind that the closest exit may be located behind you. The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, must withdraw from the compartments over your seat and lavatory ceilings. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Operation complete, set the park brake.
To start the flow of oxygen. Cover your nose and mouth with a mask. Place the elastic band around
Disconnecting
your head
toes,
and
stand
place the
by.
balloon on the ends. Secure your mask for hoping others and oxygen will be flowing through the mask, even though the bag will not appear to inflate.
November 9 Golf Sierra, Roger. Do you want flight level 190 or do you want slightly lower for your final altitude?
Between your seats. First, pull the tab to retrieve the live sponge from its container. Then set along the perforated edge and remove the live
November 9 Golf Sierra, climb and maintain 13,000.
Lean forward and place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, fasten the buckle, and pull in the strap to
Engine
tighten.
start procedure completed.
A water active rescue light is attached to each vest. When exiting the aircraft, hold on
After start procedure. Engine mode selector normal.
Remember, do not inflate your vest until you exit
APU
the
bleed
aircraft.
off. APU off.
Santa Monica Tower 2926.
Nose disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Can signal on the right. She's all yours, Captain.
Rudder trim 0.
Quebec, Santa Monica Tower, runway 21.
THS. Trim up. Flaps 2 set. Please set flaps for takeoff position. EChem status checked. After start procedure completed.
Or destroy laboratory smoke detectors.
I got my flap lever on my throttle quadrant. Just had to go get it.
2 hours and 53 minutes.
Get spoiled with a co-pilot.
After start checklist. Anti-ice. EChem status. Pitch trim. Rudder trim.
Number 3499 Mike, contact SoCal approach 134.2.
After start checklist completed.
November 2 Sierra, Quebec, contact departure.
Over to departure, 2 Sierra, Quebec.
Approach Seneca, November 349er Mike, descending through 11,600 for 8,000, picking up a little bit of ice.
Overhead is fine.
November 349er Mike. SoCal approach Santa Monica, altimeter 2985, information Foxtrot.
Read international report, ATIS information Mike. 17561, wind 170 at 13, gust 31.
Second departure, 29262, shake wing 1,300, climb 3,000.
Temperature 24, dew point -8, altimeter 2969er. Arriving runways 19 left, 19 right, 26 left. Departing runways 19 left, 19 right, 26 right. Visual approaches in use VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
And we'll go to ramp hold, what is that, 17?
Taxi procedure. Taxi lights on. Brake checked. Pressure 0. Predictive wind shear system auto. Transponder on. Auto brake maximum set. Cabin report receive.
Number 262 Sierra, Quebec, turn right direct Santa Monica.
Takeoff config normal.
Direct Santa Monica to Sierra, Quebec.
Taxi procedure completed.
Afternoon, Las Vegas, ground, Legion 383, ramp hold 17, current with Mike, ready to taxi, request 19er left.
Legion 383, Las Vegas ground, runway 19er left, taxi via Golf Delta.
19er left via Golf Delta, Legion 383.
Number 262 Sierra, Quebec, contact SoCal departure 134.9
34.9 to Sierra, Quebec.
Well, that was freaking loud. Sorry about that. When you align the INS on the Hornet, do you usually select stored heading on the HSI? Yes. So, turn down my volume, my headset. So yes, if you start on the carrier or start on the ground or anywhere, you stored heading will align your INS and your GPS within, I think it takes like a minute and a half, no more than 2 minutes to get everything aligned before you switch the thing over to IFA. Then have source to IFA. If you don't hit stored heading, then it will still align, but it will take the full 8 minutes to align the INS and GPS. So the only time you can't use the stored heading is if you turn the nav switch to IFA or even nav and then turn it back to either ground or CV for an aircraft carrier alignment, then you have to go through the full 8 minutes. So like if you were to fly to a base and turn off the alignment, then that stored heading will not work. It's only when you first load in that the stored heading will do that, and that's to simulate kind of like an A-cars between the original airport and or aircraft carrier with the Hornet, so because it will constantly update its location, so that's why it's so much faster. It simulates that it's like an A-cars. But if you land somewhere that's not, you know, where you start, then you can do the INS again if you happen to turn it off, but there's really no need to do that unless you get like damage. If you get aircraft damage to where you have to shut down the engines, and even then I think you can use external power and keep your INS going and just have the repair done. It's been a while since I've tried that actually, but yeah, that's so the short answer is yes. Hit the stored heading and it'll take a minute and a half, and then you switch it to IFA. IFA is constant update location when you're in the air. That's what that's for. Slight crosswind, 12 knots, roughly.
Before takeoff procedure. TAS TARA. Strobe lights auto. Landing lights on. Before takeoff procedure completed.
Turn off the packs, because she'll handle that. All green. Tower is 1875 on tree.
Mike is encountering difficulties attempting to do so. November 9 Mike, Roger, maintain 6,000 to table and then just advise. 9 Mike, we'll try to get to 6.
Heading lights are on, packs are off, hold short 19er left. Bring up the Wrestler 3 on my left up here. 7,000 is the first altitude restriction. Las Vegas Tower, Legion 383, hold short 19er left.
Legion 383, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19er left, clear for takeoff.
19er left, clear for takeoff, Legion 383. Alright,
Mike is established at 6 and on heading, seems we've
hit the road, Jack.
November 9 Mike, Roger, you're at the second pilot report icing in that area today, so we'll just have to keep that in mind. Yeah, we're seeing liquid precipitation on the airframe, but the computer had us syncing pretty well, so thanks. Number 262 Sierra Quebec, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
Sierra Quebec.
Engine's 50%. Engine stable. Takeoff power set. Flex SRS active. Airspeed's live, and she will do a call out at 100 knots. It's a cross check.
100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
It's windy.
Positive climb.
Legion 383, contact departure.
Over 2 departure, Legion 383, we'll see.
Runway turn off, lights off. Taxi lights off. Check thrust levers at climb position.
Las Vegas departure, Legion 383, climbing via the Wrestler 3, leaving 3,600.
Legion 383, Las Vegas departure, radar contact. November 349er Mike. Descend to maintain 4,000, turn right heading 270.
99 Mike down to 4,000, right heading 240.
November 9er Mike, right heading 270.
Right heading 270 down to 4,000, 99.
Transition altitude.
November 349er Mike, clear direct darts, cross darts, powder above 4,000, clear on runway 2 on approach.
99 Mike, clear direct darts, cross darts that are above 4,000, clear on
Be below, above 8,000 by tone. I think we'll be alright. We're climbing at 3,000 feet per minute. And it's super windy. Tone's at 2 miles. I'll get back to chat here in just a second. Alright, looks like I'm gonna make that 8,000 at tone, above 10,000 at 5. Should be okay. Speed brakes unarmed. Flaps are up, just no icing to worry about.
November 9er Golf Sierra, whatever you're okay with, you're over the MEA. I need, it's going to be about 89 miles until you're going to need to be level at 10, so whether you decide to climb or not, I'll take you if you want.
10,000.
November 739er Golf Sierra, roger,
turn off
contact
the
Los Angeles
lights.
Center 134.65.
Actually hold up the speed at 260 for right now. Make sure we can make this 13,000 foot. Once we get to 13,000, we'll pick up the pace a little bit. Ghost Pilot, greetings from Portland. I see you're flying where there's sun. It's a true story. It's freaking windy though.
739er Golf Sierra, Los Angeles Center, Daggett altimeter 2973.
Hopefully Phoenix, it's not so crazy with the winds. And 7 Lima Yankee says also keep it in IFA at all times if you do the stored heading, and keep it in nav if you do the full 8 minutes. No, you always want IFA. It doesn't matter if you start on the ground or if you start on the aircraft carrier. Nav is kind of like, I think it's strictly GPS. IFA is GPS and INS alignment, which constantly updates. So you always want IFA at all times. You don't ever put it on nav. The two ways that you, or the two locations that you align is either ground or CV. So if you're, obviously I think you're starting on the ground, normal airport. So for you, you will always set it. Let me turn the sounds down a little bit here. Alright, we're at 13, so I pick up the pace. So for you, you always will put it on ground. Ground is for air bases. CV is for aircraft carriers. C being carrier. I don't know what this V stands for, but so CV if it's a carrier, ground if you start at an airport. You click the stored heading. Once the middle display, the PFD, the bigger one that has the map and everything, once that says OK.
Contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
Los Angeles Center 124.62, Allegiant 383. Los Angeles Center, Allegiant 383, coming via Rassler 3, leaving 15,800.
Allegiant 383, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, Allegiant 383. So yeah, so you just do the stored heading. It takes about a minute and a half with the stored heading. You'll see it will say OK, like that way you'll know it's done aligning. Once you see it say OK, that's when you turn that from ground to IFA. If you're on the boat, then you switch it from CV to IFA. So there's really only 3 positions that you really need to know with that. It's CV, ground, and IFA. That's it. But I'm glad you're asking these questions. It lets me know that you're working on it, and hopefully sometime in the near future you'll be able to partake in our monthly missions, which are just getting better and better, especially with Mr. Larry making a lot of the missions. He builds the missions, and so do I. Larry will do he does every other month, so every other month we fly his, and the reciprocal of that we fly mine. So it gives us both like 2 months to really make cool, really nice, easy but fun missions. They're not hard. They're made for eye candy, so a lot of stuff to look at, and the targets are easy.
After takeoff checklist.
And oh yeah, let me do the checklist. This thing's yelling at me.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. Retracted. Packs. After takeoff checklist to the line completed. After takeoff below the line checklist. Arrow. Not set to standard on your side. After takeoff checklist below the line is not completed. Below the line. Arrow. Standard set cross-checked. After takeoff checklist below the line completed.
262 here, Quebec, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
$18.54.
Number 262 here, Quebec, SoCal approach Riverside altimeter 2983. Turn left heading 010 vectors ILS Marine 9er approach.
Pressure's climbing fine.
Seat belts off.
Turn the blower off.
November 318 Golf Lima Santa Barbara clearance cleared to the Santa Maria, correction cleared at the San Luis Airport. fly runway heading, radar vector is Gaviota, Victor 27, Morro Bay, direct, maintain 3000, expect 6000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 7221.
Bruiser, approach 8, airport, gates. Brief the arrival here in a minute or so.
Number 3 running off, let me read back, correct? Number 262, Sierra Quebec to center, maintain 3000. Number 2 Sierra Quebec, turn 10 degrees left. Number 3499 Mike, taxi to parking via Alpha, monitor ground.
Have you gotten off the ground yet, 7 Lima Yankee with the Hornet? I mean, like, I know you've been flying it, but have you actually been able to take off? Like, have you done the full start yet and took off?
Number 262 Sierra Quebec, 3 miles from JSER, turn right heading 060, maintain 3000 until establishing the
You don't have DCS by any chance, Coast Pilot, do you? I know a lot of people are not into military sims. Oh, you're on Mac. No, DCS. I think DCS works on Linux. Are you sure it doesn't work on Mac? I haven't looked, but I think... Oh, you know what? They don't advertise that it works for Linux. I think there's just a way that DAS was able to make it work on his computer on Linux. But yeah, you're right. It might just be more of a Windows sim thing. And 7 Lima Yankee just took off. Keep getting warning tones after I take off. So the is your seat armed? So on the right hand side. Oh, also did you cycle the packs? It's on the packs are on the right console, and you have to click the packs on and off. Like you left click twice till they turn off, and then right click twice to turn them back on, and then that will reset the packs. So that probably is the you're probably getting a pressurization issue, getting ADV FPAS on the DDI as well. I don't know what that warning means. One thing I can think of is it's PAX. It sounds like a PAX issue. So that right thing on the right, click it. It's like the round. It's a round thing that you click. So you want to click it to the left twice, click it to the right twice, and then you should be okay. That should go away. 6 minutes. The bleed air knob, yeah. I cycled it from norm to norm when I started the right engine. Yeah, you should, that's the first thing that you should do is cycle that off and then back on before you do any start. I don't think it would matter after you start, like that should fix it. But yeah, the bleed air knob, so it's that round one, so click it 2 clicks to the left.
Collision 383, contact Albuquerque Center 134.32.
Albuquerque 134.32, Allegiant 383, we'll see you.
November 739 Golf Sierra, cross wig at 10,000, Las Vegas, altimeter 2969er.
2969er.
Going to a different controller now.
And Southwest 1556, radar contact, thanks. Tap.
Afternoon, Albuquerque Center, Allegiant 383, flight level 270.
Allegiant 383, Albuquerque Center, descend via Bruiser 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2984.
Descend via Bruiser 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, 2984, Allegiant 383.
Walker 1570, meant for ground clear to North Bend Airport, Jackson 1 departure, the Rogue Valley VOR, then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Cascade departure 124.3, squawk 1554.
So one thing I would do, 7 Lima Yankee, John, is go to my YouTube channel, click on
Walker,
my playlist, because I do my playlist per aircraft type, and then click on the Hornet, or any of my DCS ones, because I pretty much strictly fly the Hornet. And I do the startup procedure the same every time. I mean, you know me, I do checklists. So you can just kind of like watch how I do it and watch the steps that I do to start up from a cold and dark to flying. And that way, if you are missing a step, you'll know exactly what it is, because
where do you park?
You know, there are some steps you have to do in that bird to make sure you don't get those alerts.
Walker 1441, roger, it'll be
I can't think of what else it would be though if it's not bleed air.
Foxtrot 9er, hold short runway 7 left at Foxtrot.
Especially if you're getting an alarm. Let me Google search that. Let me see, FA18 ADV. God, it sounds like FPAS. FPAS. I want to say that. Oh.
That was 1556, contact Denver Center 127.02.
Let me
2702, Southwest 1556. Denver Center, Southwest 1556.
Okay.
Flight level 360.
So
Southwest 1556.
it's the landing gear alarm. Apparently you damaged the gear because I didn't retract it fast enough. Okay, that makes sense. I had actually read that it was home fuel. So apparently whoever wrote this was wrong. But yeah, the landing gear, it's pretty. That airplane's pretty highly simulated. So if you overspeed the gear, I don't think you'll be able to raise it.
And Shadow Center.
I know there's an emergency low. You can lower it. There's like an emergency way to lower the gear.
Walker 1441.
You have to like turn a knob, push a knob, something like that.
Cross runway 7 left at Fox.
It's hard to have that, you know, brain muscle memory if I'm not actually flying it currently at the moment. But like I said, I'd be more than happy to do a test mission with you and just you know, fly a flight path.
44 X-ray Seattle Center, release for departure. Clearance is void if
at
not.
some point.
1910 Zulu. Time now 1902.
And I can help you out with all that.
Within 10 minutes from now, with
but if you're not in the mood to fly with anyone yet, then I would just check my YouTube and check the steps I go through. But yeah, that landing gear, you definitely got to raise it under, I want to say it's like 200 knots. 250? 250? I think, yeah, you can lower the gear and the flaps under 250 knots. You'd be fine. And Coast Pilot says, if I did DCS, I'd probably be an A10 driver, close air support, blowing stuff up all day long. The A10 was my very first module for DCS, and they came out with a new one. And of course, I love the Hornet. I love carrier ops that I can take off and land on an aircraft carrier. So I don't use the A10 anymore, but they've got some freaking cool ass A10 stuff, and there's a new version of it. So yeah, man, if you ever get into DCS and if you want to fly the A10, there's well, with John, when he starts joining us for our monthly missions, there'll be 7 of us every month. So if you join in an A10,
for ground runway 14, taxi via Bravo
then let me see here. 4,000. So if you join in an A10, you'll be able to do the close air support like you said, and well, you know, we'd make the right targets and tanks and targets for you to destroy. The CBU-97 on the A10 is a freaking fun as hell weapon to use. It's cluster bombs. It does a hell of a lot of damage. All right, top of descent. 4,000. We were already given our descent clearance. So we are now departing 270, so we'll let Mr. Marcus know. Albuquerque Center, Legion 383 is leaving 270.
Legion 383, roger.
Shadow Center,
it was the old A10 Cuba sim that got me totally hooked. I didn't know about that one. I haven't heard of that one. But yeah, if you look at DCS, they released the A10, I guess, version 2, and it has the head tracking, and it has like laser guided rockets. That is a new weapon. They added a bunch of new weapons to it. So they have all the old type, obviously, and then they added all these new high-tech weapons. I mean, that airplane is a monster, and it can take a beating. Like, you can get so much AAA fire with that thing and still fly it home with one engine. I mean, that plane is a beautiful plane. If it wasn't for the Hornet, I would still be flying the A10. But can't land an A10 on an aircraft carrier. Well, I guess you could, but probably wouldn't be very pretty. Let me get D8s for Phoenix. So information Romeo, altimeter 2984, they're landing 8, winds 170, at 11 gusting 217, so we'll say 13. Temperatures 26. 2984. Okay. It's old. It was for Mac. You know, now you got me curious if DCS. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search. Does DCS work on a Mac? Guessing not. Oh wait. Yes, you can. Oh no, it says yes, you can game on Mac. Well, no shit.
1556, descend via the logger 3 arrival, runway 16 right, transition
DCS
report leaving by level
on
360.
Mac Pro, question mark.
Descend via the logger 316 right, we'll call you leaving 360 southwest.
You'll need to use Boot Camp. And this was a forum dated in 2016, so it's probably more recent stuff. I can confirm if anyone else is thinking of trying to play on Mac, Boot Camp is the only way to actually get the game to work, but it works perfect once fully installed. So I have no idea what Boot Camp means, but maybe you do as a Mac owner. And again, you know, you can check more recent forums. Just do a DCS Google search, I guess, for Mac. So whatever Boot Camp means, but it sounds like it's feasible.
Walker 1570 Medford Tower, runway 14, cleared for takeoff, wind variable 4.
One 1175078. It's close enough. $170.
Before 4 X-ray, reaching 2000, cleared direct to the Eugene VOR.
Roger, 2000, cleared direct to Eugene VOR, thank you, 744 X-ray.
250 at Bruiser.
Walker 1570, contact Cascade departure.
Boot Camp is a way to run Windows on Mac. Hard to believe the graphics don't crawl. Well, like I said, that was a forum post in like 2016. I don't even know if Boot Camp still exists. Yeah, I don't either. But you know what? If they had it back then, there's probably still some sort of mod or something.
383, Phoenix approach 128.65.
Phoenix approach 128.65, Allegiant 383.
Or 1570 out of 3,200 on the Jackson 1 departure.
Walker 1570, Cascade departure, radar contact, altimeter 2976.
2976, Walker 1570.
Phoenix approach, Allegiant 383, descending via the Bruiser 1, 8 transition, leaving 14,700, current with Romeo. Request the ILS 8 approach from Jamel.
Allegiant 383, Phoenix approach, thanks for all, expected.
I can plan on that, Allegiant 383. So we can plan on that. So Phoenix 08. .8 is our top weight. We're at 71, so we're good there. be at 250. Yep, doing good on the speed. So when we're approved to fly an approach, we're pre-approved to fly the missed approach if need be. Climb to 3,000, left turn to 5,000 on the 280 heading outbound on the Phoenix radial 336 to Advent, which is 15.9 DME, so 16 miles and hold. So we'll reset MCP for 5,000. So climb to 3, so I'm going to write 3,000 dash left to 5,000. So it looks like almost a U-turn, and then we'll follow this radial to Advent, which is the Phoenix VOR. So that's the missed approach procedure. Okay. But you know, speaking of like mods for DCS, like even Linux has a way to run it. The only problem that Das had with running it, like it ran fine on his Linux machine, was that he had some controller issues, like the joystick, throttle, whatever controller. Actually, I think it was his HOTAS. So there was a controller issue, but that I don't know how you would even start to troubleshoot that. It's like Jamel's 11 miles. And we're going to be slowing to 210 here soon, so that'll work. $70, 26. She must have turned on the landing lights. It's a great airplane for A cars. Because if you don't turn on the landing lights at 10,000, you get dinged.
Approach checklist. Briefing. Echem status. Seat belts. Full set on. Barrow. QNH 298 reset. Minimum. 300 set. Engine mode selector. Set normal. Approach checklist completed.
Legion 383, contact approach 120.4 with you.
Phoenix approach 120.4, Legion 383. Phoenix approach, Allegiant 3D3, Cruiser 1 leaving 8,000.
Allegiant 383 Phoenix approach at JAMO, cleared ILS runway 8 approach, altimeter 2984.
At JAMO, cleared ILS 8 approach, 2984, Allegiant 383.
Approach phase activated.
Supposed to be doing 210.
Walker 1570, contact Seattle Center 121.4.
21 for Walker 1570.
Walker 1570, Seattle Center, northbound altimeter 2985, advise with weather.
And 7 Lima Yankee, the ADF FPAS advisory seems to pop up when I do full afterburner. Okay, so that what I was reading is correct. So that just means home fuel. So that means where you took off on your flight plan, it's calculating your home base. So if you were to go full afterburner, you would never make it back to the ship or your home base. So that's all that's telling you is kind of like a fuel saving warning, saving warning. But that's not something that you normally have to worry too much about in our missions because we add tankers. And for people that are still learning how to do air-to-air refueling, such as you will be, I always add, both Larry and I will add air bases, friendly air bases that you can land at and refuel. If you're not comfortable with air-to-air refueling yet, which you probably won't be because I wasn't for a while. So yeah, that's all that means is just a warning to say at your current engine RPM with the current fuel flow, if you keep burning at that rate, you will not have enough fuel to get back. So that's just saying you might have to divert or whatever. But that's a warning that none of us really worry about. Like, you just put your bingo fuel, and that's usually like whatever the amount of fuel that you think it will take to get back to the ship. And just like an X-Plane or any other sim, except for maybe Microsoft, the higher you go, the better your fuel economy is. So if you need to get back to your home base, just climb up to like 25, 30,000 feet. And
1556, contact Denver Center 120.47.
You'll be a lot better off.
I didn't. May have stepped on you at the same time.
Yeah, but that's all that means. That just means that you just might not make it back home if you continue using Afterburner.
That was 1556, Denver Center, Roger, Denver altimeter 2981.
Alright, 18.7 as tower. reset for missed approach 5,000, so 3,000 and 5. If we need to go missed, full throttle, flaps 3, gear up.
Legion 383, contact Phoenix Tower 118.7.
Phoenix Tower 118.7 on Legion 383.
2,500.
Phoenix Tower, Legion 383, establishing a localizer, runway 8.
Legion 383, Phoenix Tower, wind 150 at 11, gust 17, runway 8. Clear to land.
Runway 8, clear to land on Legion 383. Yeah, nice right crosswind. It's all good.
2,000.
Landing checklist. Cabin crew. Advised. Missed approach altitude. Runway turn off, lights on. Taxi lights take off. Auto thrust. Auto brake. Echem memo. Landing no blue. Checklist completed.
This is the very old, but still better than stock Nimbus Phoenix Airport, which includes the city, I think it does, yeah, includes the city.
44 X-ray reaching flight level 190, descend at pilot's discretion to maintain 13,000, Medford altimeter 2976.
Ground for the north side is 1975. Probably won't need that. I don't switch it.
Tower, Cessna 786 Sierra Alpha, holding short runway 14 left.
I don't switch to ground, or I don't have it set
Alpha, Boeing Tower, left traffic is approved, runway 14 left.
until I know I'm going to land, because if you need to go missed, they're going to put you right back to approach, so no point in having ground on standby if you might need approach on standby, so.
Minimum.
Alright, autopilot off, my plane.
200.
Nice long runway for us.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Ground spoilers. Reverse green. To south.
Legion 383, right when you're able, ground 119.75.
70 knots.
Right turn, then ground. 119.75, Allegiant 383. Phoenix ground, Allegiant 383, looking for concourse November retreat.
Legion 383, Phoenix ground, you said Terminal 3?
The terminal is right in front of me, so any of those gates will work. Legion 383.
Okay, Legion 383 straight ahead with Phoenix ground straight ahead, Charlie 9er, Charlie to ramp.
Charlie 9er, Charlie to the ramp. Legion 33, thanks.
Phoenix ground, Walker 847, information, Romeo, Terminal 4, taxi, we're set up for runway 8.
Walker 847 Heavy, Phoenix ground, which gate are you coming out of?
Terminal 4, northeast, don't know the gate number.
Are you east of Charlie 10?
East of Charlie 10, affirm.
Walker 847 Phoenix ground, 2 runway 8 taxi, 2 runway 8
After landing
via
checklist.
Charlie,
Flaps.
Charlie 10,
Retracted.
and Bravo.
Spoilers.
Runway 8 via Charlie, Charlie 10, Bravo,
APU.
Walker 847. Boeing Tower
Started.
7860 Alpha
Radar.
is midfield, left downwind.
Off. Predictive
Number
wind
60
shear
Alpha, runway
system.
14 left, cleared for the option.
14 left, cleared, touch and go, 7860 Alpha.
After landing checklist completed.
I think these are all traffic global. Yeah, so I'm just gonna boot this guy out. That's yeah, these are all traffic.
Dallas 1556, contact Denver approach 120.35.
So this plane will disappear someday. There it goes.
Approach Southwest 1556 out of flight level 180, descending to the logger 316 right transition information. That was 1556, Denver approach was broken. Denver information whiskey current. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach. Expect the ILS 16 right approach, we have information whiskey Southwest 1556. Roger, thanks.
Actually.
Walker 1570, descend to maintain 8,000 for now.
Parking procedure.
All right.
Parking brake
Honestly,
on.
7 Lima says, honestly, I'm getting
APU
more enjoyment
bleed on.
flying this more than an
Engine
airliner.
1 master off.
It's like
Engine 2
it's like an
master
Airbus
off.
with some badass weapons, right? Doing steep turns that an Airbus would never allow. Exactly. And you know, there's a way to bypass the G limit, which I think the G limit is 7 Gs. So the FCS won't allow that
1570, do you have the,
that airplane
weather
to
for
do
North
more
Bend?
than 7
Disconnected.
7 Gs, I believe. And then, so there's a button you can press, which is, you know, my muscle memory is when I'm actually flying the airplane, so I can't even tell you which button it is, but there's a button you can press that will bypass the G limiter. So if like you're in a dogfight, if you're in a dogfight, it will allow you to pull as much G's as you can handle, because the airplane will simulate blacking out from too much G's, which, you know, would have your blood leave your brain. So it will do that.
ADIRS off.
So yeah, there is a button to where you can bypass it. So you can pull real heavy on the stick and it will not pass 7 Gs.
Emergency exit lights off.
Use that button to bypass it, and you'll see everything will start to like go tunnel vision. And if you go totally blacked out, then you won't have control. Like, you'll have a black screen for like,
Battery 1 and
I want to
2
say like 10
off.
seconds before you'll come back, before you come to again.
Procedure completed.
So you can pull hard G's until until the tunnel vision is like about the size of a quarter, and then let off, and you won't pass out. So that's the trick, is to keep that tunnel vision really tight if you need to pull that kind of G. Otherwise you'll black out and you'll crash. Hornet is a dream to hand fly. Oh yeah, it's super simple. Super simple plane to fly. So yeah, man, whenever you're in a mood to I have so many missions for the Hornet. Whenever you're in a mood to fly, I'm always in the mood to fly the Hornet. So just let me know and I'll throw us together just a little sortie, you know, a little eye candy sortie, just to fly around and look at stuff. And I'll probably have some small targets, but nothing that will shoot back at us, you know, so you don't have to worry about getting shot down, but be a nice relaxing flight if you want. All right, I am offline. Let me end my A cars here.
Approach phase activated.
100 above. Minimum.
Animations on this is pretty good. They're not as fluid as Flight Factors, but they're still pretty good. But yeah, man, I could always build a mission any evening this week. I'm free, and I would start with you on the ground at an airport, so it's not like you'd have to meet me in the air or anything. And we would just do like a little hour quick flight. So just let me know when, if you're up to it. If you don't think you're ready, that is perfectly fine too. I'm
ground spoilers.
In no rush.
Reverse green. Ground spoilers. Reverse green.
Co-pilot's going crazy.
70 knots. Taxi lights on.
All right, let me see if I can make these overlays a little bit bigger. I forgot to do that earlier. Call sign. That's big enough. The network. see. What if I make it all green? Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. Alright, so the call sign is there, the network. Which one's the network? So custom style. What was the other ones at? 70? Oh wait, that was 825. So 22. Let's see what that looks like. Two. It's like a 10-second delay. I make the change before I can see it. Whoa, okay, that got a lot bigger. That'll work. All right, so PilotEdge. The call sign's big enough, I think. IAS and GIS. So speed. Let me see, that was 22. So speed. Custom. It was 22. Both were green. $22. That's speed, so that should get a little bigger. There we go. And then I like that size, and the color actually looks pretty decent. So altitude and vertical speed. Is heading on there? No one gives a shit about heading anyway. So let's do altitude. And we'll do green. Green. 22. Yeah, that's much better. And then the FPS, some people like to know what that is. So we'll go with, guess we'll go with the same thing, right? I'll go with 22. That should fix all that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. This is a nice little overlay program. It's free and it works and it does not hinder my processor at all. At all. Good deal. All right, guys. Good flight. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Have fun flying that Hornet there, 7 Lima Yankee. Let me know if you need a wingman. I'll be your wingman any day, just like Tom Cruise, right? All right, y'all take care, and I'll catch you for a random stream later this week at some point or another. See ya. Chase out.
Visual approach to 17 right.
298317 right, United 1872.
Guys, 5123, contact approach 120.8.
120.8, Skywest, 5123. Heading 200, joint final, third visual, 15 left, guys, 5175.
Okay, 5106, just to verify you're still flying with published speeds.
Roger.
Okay, 5962, comply with published speeds.
Published speed, 5962. Flight following for BJC,
1176, just going to maintain 9,000.
Gonna maintain 9,000, Southwest 1176. Joseph 264, going 253, descend to ski with.
Okay, 264, Denver approach, expect the visual approach, runway 16 right, Denver altimeter 2983.
Visual 16 right, Joseph 264.
Southwest 3599, maintain 170 knots to Jewel.
17 till Jewel, Southwest 3599.
Skywest 5149, reduce speed to 210.
Phone 210 knots, Skywest 5149.
Skywest 5175, maintain 170 knots for greater Toliss.
17 greater with Skywest 5175.
Skywest 5123, fly heading 100, vectors for the sequence, descend and maintain 10,000.
100, descend, maintain 10,000, Skywest 5123.
Be the longer 3.
United 557, Denver approach, expect the visual approach to 17 right.
17 right, United 567.
United 267, contact approach 120.8.
20.8, United 267.
Approach
93, pass flight level 270, descending gear to logger 3 with.
United 286, Denver approach, expect the visual approach to 17 right.
17 right, United 2.
Southwest 1466, contact approach 120.8.
120.8, Southwest 1466.
Okay, contact approach 120.8.
19, take care.
Fly heading 260, descend and maintain 10,000.
Heading 260, descend 10,000 for 17 right, United 267.
Southwest 3599, contact Denver Tower now, 133.3.
33.3, Southwest 3599. See ya.
Skywest 5896, maintain 170 knots to Jewel.
170 till Jewel, Skywest 5896.
Skywest 5175, contact Tower 135.3.